again on the outside. And so I'm standing here underneath the awning kind of portico area. And what's nice about this is that you can actually drive your car right up and be able to be out of the rain and maybe drop somebody off that doesn't want to walk as far, but doesn't, whatever you need. It's going to be really neat. And so they're beginning to finish this off. I did not realize what it was going to look like. And so you'll actually have finishing touches here. So all of this yellow is going to be covered up, but there's even going to be lights up on the top. And so I'm really excited about what we can do. But another thing that I'm excited to show you is on the inside. So I know you walked with me once before, being able to walk from here into the inside. But one thing that's so neat is we have flooring down. The carpets are not in yet. That we are waiting for the painting to be done. But we actually have flooring. So here, come on in. Let me show you a little bit more. Here in the multi-purpose area, it's going to be lobby, also the area where we'll do fellowship meal and other things. You'll see that this flooring goes throughout, all the way down the hallway and into the utility rooms and bathrooms. But in the classrooms and right here in the middle, you're actually going to have carpet. And so it's, from what I've seen, it's a kind of darker gray color, which will again continue to play with that dark and light, which will be nice. But it will also make that echo that you hear in here begin to be better. It's going to cut down on it, and so we'll have carpet right here in the middle, and it's going to look great. You can also see, I told you that this would be coming in for us. Not only do we have our fire stuff that's now completely open, but we have begun to see thermostats being put in. So we've found them here and in the restrooms and other places. So there's some really neat things happening and things that you'll be able to see. Standing here in the kitchen, and I know I talked with Gatan, who is so excited to be able to have our very first fellowship meal. You're beginning to see kind of what the cabinets look like. And again, we have to give a special props to Cornell for doing that. But just beautiful handles. I think I even have these same ones at my house. And you're beginning to see what the cabinetry in here will look like. One quick note as well is that our very last fellowship meal is going to be this coming Sabbath, May 6th, and 2023 if you're watching this later. But what's going to happen is that we will have our last meal there for having it all together in the multipurpose room. And that's because we are hoping to begin to do more packing. And so our next meal, we're bringing back an oldie, but I think a goldie. We're being able to have our meal in the park. So on June 17, we're going to be able to eat all together at Cherokee Bluffs underneath the pavilion there. And if you want to know more about that, just check out our website, or if you get our emails and our bulletins, you can find that out there. But we're really looking forward to hoping to eat, obviously be able to eat here sometime soon, but at the same time, just a reminder, we do need to continue packing. So that's why we're hoping to actually even begin to kind of stage there in that multi-purpose room, hopefully very soon. We are coming to you from the kindergarten room, and there's some really neat pieces that you'll be able to see maybe outside. We'll check out the door in just a minute. But before we do that, one thing that's really cool is both in our kindergarten and our primary room, there are bathrooms, which means the kids don't have to leave at all. But there's something kind of exciting and a little bit, well, you tell me. Check out the tiny, tiny toilet here in the kindergarten room. For reference, I'm not going to sit on it, but for reference, so you can see just how small, you can see our little tiny toilet here. And so we're excited. We thought about this because our kids are going to be small in this room. We want to make sure that they can actually get to it. And so, again, they'll never have to leave the classroom when they need to go to the restroom, which both is exciting, I'm sure, for parents and for teachers. So I hope you guys are able to come and be able to enjoy our kids' classrooms very soon. All right, I'm coming to you from the back of our church, which is also for many, it looks like the front because that's the road there. But one thing I'm excited to tell you about is we have wraparound sidewalks. So this sidewalk that I'm standing on is actually, again, in the back of the church, and it goes all the way around on both sides. And they even did something super exciting for us in the sense that if you wanted to be able to walk, maybe do a prayer walk here at the church, you can actually walk all the way around the church and never feel cramped. Like as you come around the air conditioners. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. As you come around the air conditioners, you can walk right around them, and they've even given us extra length there on that pavement. So I'm excited. Like I said, maybe we can do a prayer walk, or we can have maybe, I don't know, some type of track around the church. But either way, it just really adds to the aesthetics out here. So if you are a leader in our church, you'll probably get an email sometime soon requesting whether or not that you want a card fob to be able to open the doors. These are what was covered in our last video. So again, as I told you, it actually even kind of matches the color of the door here. But if you want to be able to get in, and maybe you don't want to have to fiddle with a card, the initial mapping of the leaders and what they get have already been submitted. But if you are wanting it on your phone rather than a card physically, let me know by emailing me, and I will make sure that you can get that. But just a reminder that it is a $6 fee, and that stays with the church. Like, it's actually more of the donation for the church to buy it and get it. So you actually are helping the church out when you're doing that. So again, that's $6 if you wish to have it on your phone, but it's going to be exciting because then you can come in and not have to fumble with keys. In the sanctuary, we have some really neat things for you to begin to look at. Some of the final finishing touches are beginning to be put in. We actually have right behind me something really neat. The screens are in, and we had an opportunity to talk to the AV contractor, Chad, and he's telling us that, it's going to look amazing when, whether the lights are on or off, we're going to be able to see some really good, material up there. Obviously, our website's there, and our website's needing redesign anyway. But at the same time, you can see that you can begin to even read, and it's pretty clear. I'm standing not too far away from it, and you can begin to actually read even the tiny words. So it's pretty clear to see. Another thing, on the sides, you can begin to see that we have some of the stage lighting is beginning to be put in. Also, as we move around just a little bit, you also see the lighting there in the back that's being put above AV. Eventually there will be, I'm told, potentially some type of screen there as well for anybody on stage. But we have things begin to shape up here in the sanctuary, or the main worship area as we're looking. One thing you can also see, we have our speakers put in, and so AV is really beginning to shape up. And so I'm excited for when we can begin to share the Word of God here in this space and be able to worship and praise together. It's going to be amazing.